Hello everybody, my name is Ash, and today I want to revisit this Batarian Vanguard. Now, when it first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I played it on silver, and I said stuff in the build that I did for it, you know, to skip flat cannon. Obviously, that goes against my current state of mind when it comes to flat cannon. Flat cannon is unskippable for everything. And I thought this class was very underwhelming. The way I tried building it first time around, it was just underperforming, and I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't think it was very viable on gold, but I think I found a setup that does make it viable on gold. So obviously, weapons you want will be siphon, but we'll get into that in a second. So yeah, I'd say the new ability to skip is charge, which, you know, sounds completely ridiculous. It's a Vanguard. You know, why would you skip charge? Well, mainly because the recharge time on it is too slow. The shields, the base shields of the Batarian Vanguard is just too low. This guy's basically the Drell Vanguard from Mass Effect 3, and it's a shame really, because you know, classes like that really get ruined by their lack of health. And well, it's one of them. I'm pretty sure this guy has like high health, small shields. Yeah, but the problem with this game is you don't recover your health. Once you lose your health, you don't recover it. And it was the same. It was the same case with the Drell Vanguard. You know, not only that, but the powers are just lackluster. They don't really synergize that well with each other. Charge, flat cannon. Anyway, speaking in past tense here. So yeah, I skipped charge because yeah, recharge time would be low. I mean, it gets convenient to get from one side of the map to the other, but that's about it. We're not going to be using it that much. We're basically going to be running around like a madman. So to counteract this lack of mobility, and we still want to play aggressively like Vanguard should do, we went with this setup. Now, we went with recharge penalty anyway. I think I might respec and go with damage radius actually. But recharge penalty just in case I want to use that, and also I'm pretty sure it affects flat cannon, because flat cannon does have a minor cooldown on it, so we'll go with that. Biotic wind to give ourselves some mobility. Obviously, this will counteract the lack of charge. We're going to be moving around a lot quicker. We do sacrifice our damage debuff that we can get from this tree, but honestly, I think I'd probably go with damage attractor if I was playing this guy on platinum. But honestly, I wouldn't actually play this guy on platinums. But if you want to be more of a team player and debuff everything, or maybe do more damage and aren't too bothered about the movement speed, then I'd probably suggest damage attractor. But for the preference and to like emphasize that aggressive playstyle, I'm gonna go with Biotic Wind and Vortex to basically cause to lift unshielded and unarmored targets. So that'll be your dogs, your chosen, you know, all that stuff. You know, the troop enemies, the red bars. I figured this would be best because since I'm going to be up in people's faces and, you know, using flat cannon and my weapon of choice to rip the shields off, it would definitely give us a lot more crowd control than Draining Field. And again, 30% of your shields, what's 30% of fuck all, you know? That was my line of thinking. Like I said in the comment section of my previous Batarian Vanguard video, like, this guy should have had like a unique passive like blade armor or something. I think Annihilation is supposed to be a pseudo blade armor, because blade armor in Mass Effect 3, what it was like a passive power that you'd activate, and it would like give damage return. So like enemies would hit you, and then they would take damage off of it if they meleeed you. Which is a weird feature to have, but it was nice, and also you had a lot of damage resistance. I really feel that this class should have had, like, you know, maybe Fortify or Blade Armor or something to that effect. But you know, this game, I mean, this is one of the last characters that came out, so it is what it is, and there's no point dwelling on what could have been and what should be. So yeah, I went with Vortex. So yeah, with Annihilation, this guy's gonna be zipping around all over the place. Flat Cannon, you know, it's gonna be the same every time. That's weapons training. Now I went with Power and Melee to actually emphasize how, you know, the Flat Cannon ability, because that's what I like to do. And obviously Melee, the Batarians have the Gauntlet, which detonates combos, and hey, the Annihilation primes combos, so you know, we can go around punching people and setting off explosions. And then we've got the combo damage plus 50%. I've literally just picked this because it's more combo. Headshot and spare ammo capacity probably would be a decent enough choice if you're not too bored about punching everything, but like I said, combos, punching. Power Specialist, again, you got power cell, you got weight capacity, and flat cannon damage, good stuff. It could go either or with this one. Honestly, I don't. With this weapons training, it doesn't really matter what you pick for these. It's all down to preference. But since I love flat cannon, I went with the power synergy with it. Combat fitness. Now this guy's level 20 and rank 7, so we don't have the max cards. But I think I'm probably going to lean towards maxing out this guy. You know, he's very squishy, so I went with health over melee damage. There's no point trying to punch stuff because you don't really get any damage resistance for punching stuff. I'm thinking of going with 100% resistance for evading, because I'm going to be like, see, if I'm not playing a Vanguard, I tend to dash a lot even when it's not needed. So if I've got the movement speed and the dash, you know, I can sponge a bit more damage. And this guy does need to move around a lot in order to stay alive, so I'd probably recommend the aerial evasion just for that damage resistance, 100 damage resistance on evading. It's too valuable. And obviously you got the hover stuff, 50, you know, not needed, but whatever. If you're playing more conservative, going back to the you know, going for the debuff ability and annihilation, maybe playing on platinum something, I'd say I'd go for this instead. But since we're playing like a bloody lunatic, I'm gonna go with the aerial evasion once that's unlocked. And yeah, I'm gonna go with hold the line, because actually, you know what? With the weapons that I'm using, maybe hold the line wouldn't be recommended. It might help you in a last second situation, but like half the time, if you're going below 30% health, you're gonna die regardless. Especially on the higher difficulties, you know, that damage resistance isn't gonna do much for you. So maybe, you know, going for the melee bonuses, you know, if you want to go around punching people with your Batarian Gauntlet, you know, close quarters momentum might be the way for you. Alternative, you could probably spend a lot of those last few points on getting 3 points in charge, just so it's there, if you know, in case you wanted to use it, you know, and recharges more often. Ah well. Anyway, I'm gonna go and cut to the gameplay. Oh shit, what happened here? You know what? I'm curious. What's going to happen if I start with a blank mission? Origin was fucking up, because I've got gameplay that I might do post-commentary over, but I wanted to do a live gameplay as well. But let's have a look. Let's see what happens here. Actually, I didn't actually go over the weapons. So yeah, since this guy is so squishy and, you know, health is lost so easily, I'd highly recommend going with siphon weapons with high fire rate. Now, I've got the Avenger here. This is not the example. You know, obviously, you'd probably want a paw there instead. Or anything that can shoot faster than the Avenger. I went with the Avenger because it's a simple weapon. It's light, not that weight is a concern. It's a lightweight weapon that we can use at range, but this guy's a close quarters specialist, so we go with the Riga as our main weapon. I've got the barrel and I've got one of the damage barrels and the spare ammo capacity mods on it, so we don't have to make as many trips to the just basically so we're well stocked. Survivor loadout, got to add to those shields, got to add to those flat cannon damages. And as for the boosters, I'd suggest using a cyclonic modulator. I don't know. Got weak shields, but it still helps to have a bit more, even though I don't know. It's fucking just it's more. You're mostly focusing on keeping your health up, to be honest. And I'd go with like an ammo booster, just for sake of doing more damage across both weapons, so you don't have to worry about picking, oh, should I go for the shotgun amp or should I go for the assault rifle amp? Just use an ammo primer. It's going to boost the damage of both of them, and honestly, these guns can do well enough without the weapon boost mods. Okay, so let's see what's gonna. I want to see what happens. It's gonna be bronze, so I'm gonna ready up and see what happens. Ah. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna cut to the gameplay I've already recorded, and we're gonna do a post commentary thing, because apparently a live commentary ain't gonna cut it. Origin was being a bit funny, I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna go to the post commentary. Alright, so the Batarian Vanguard, it's a very it's a weird class. And I'm surprised that that this actually worked. But yeah, and I played a couple of games with a similar playstyle to this, and it seemed to work relatively well. And as you can see there, I'm running pretty quickly with that biotic wind ability, and I don't know. So let's have a look. I run in to the nearest spawn, and obviously flat cannon and Riga. Now, I went with a Riga siphon because it's pretty much a beam weapon, and it's very good at close quarters. It's a shotgun. It's always been a good shotgun. Sadly, it's not the one from Mass Effect 3, but there I am complaining about stuff again. Yeah, the main focus is that to keep shooting, the siphon weapons, and it's it doesn't have to be a Riga. I'd say anything that's like close range and has a high fire rate. That way you can keep healing yourself and topping up your health. You get health from doing damage. You get health from getting kills, and you get health from doing like a 7-kill streak or something. And, as you can see, it's doing all right. I'm just running around like a lunatic. It's only wave 1, mind you, but it's I don't know, this hyper aggressive like style, and obviously because it's got a load of red bars, as soon as I get near them, they start getting lifted by the annihilation field, so they don't really have a chance to attack me back. The only the issues that you're going to come across will be the armored enemies. So if you're playing against outlaws, you've got like quite a lot of armored enemies. Yeah, oh, there's one of my rare charges. Look at that! I just flat cannon everybody in the area, and it does a lot of damage, you know. But it's flat cannon. Of course, flat cannon does damage. I just did a video with the Batarian Havoc, and that uses flat cannon. But yeah, your main issues will be like your armored enemies. So Outlaw has a lot of armored enemies. You've got the Fiend and the Behemoth for the Ket, but Behemoth is only there in certain situations. I guess the biggest concern for like when it comes to the Ket would be Anointed. It's always the Anointed, but because they like to tiptoe everywhere and hit you with their minigun, and it's just. But you can get flat cannon. You hit them with flat cannon, that'll stagger them, and then usually flat cannon will do enough to take their shield off, and they'll be back to normal anyway. I went with a Riga, not only because it's a high damage, high fire rate weapon, but it also rips through shields. So it definitely helps. Now, I haven't really tried this class against the Remnant yet, but I imagine the Observers would be the biggest problem with that particular class. And let's go through it. So yeah, this is on gold, by the way, and a couple of years ago when this character first came out, I said that he wasn't gold viable, and I just completely shit on him, saying he was probably the worst class in the game. Like, I don't know if he's the worst class in the game. He's probably the most disappointing class in the game. You hear about a Batarian Vanguard, you think, oh shit, you look back at Mass Effect 3's Batarian Vanguard, he was really good, blade armor, charge, the melee. He had Lash, but I didn't really care for Lash. But yeah, you could have a solid melee build with that guy. This one, not so much, but like I said, I think I've got something working here. It's a bit gimmicky, mind you. I'd say it's like you playing it like the Asari Adept, or how a lot of people enjoy, tend to play the Asari Adept with the whole lance-powered build. Except you're not really, you're going to be losing your shields, just through normal combat, not from using your abilities. You're just going to be. Yeah, look at that. Do another charge there just in case, but oh god, look at that. Nobody likes me. Yeah, look at that. I can shoot the flat cannon and shoot my Riga at the same time. I'm fucking amazing. Wasn't a bit Bartic. I mean, there wasn't an animation for the Bartic combo there, but it definitely did the damage. Something that's weird about this game is, like, say, especially noticeable with like the Batarian's like Bartic punch, I guess you want to call it, or the hell, using concussive shot against a singularity, is like you can have multiple Bartic explosions all at once. But look at that destruction, goddamn. But it might not show the physical animation, even though it does all the damage output that comes with it. So if you see a group of, if you see like an enemy like a Fiend, or well, I wouldn't suggest punching a Fiend all the time, but say you've got a high health enemy that's in your annihilation field, feel free to detonate as many times you can, because it reprimes immediately, and you can tell by the feed, because you'll, like, if I punched one enemy, like, thump thump, it will come up in the feed, Bartic combo. So obviously that damage is being done, even though there's no explosive effect. So it's very beneficial to do that. Yeah, I guess the way I'm playing this guy is I just got to keep running, keep moving, and just stood there, let him die to the annihilation. Just keep running, keep moving, and you know, don't try and bunker down, because this guy, you know, very squishy, very squishy. On an unrelated topic, I don't know, you know, if anybody wants to leave feedback about these videos, if they prefer the live commentary like I did with the Batarian Havoc and the other Meet the videos, or if they prefer the post commentary. So far this will be my second post commentary for these Mass Effect Andromeda videos. The other one I did for the actually no, this will be technically my third. I did one for the Krogan, did a build video. Sony Vegas fucked up the editing and people didn't like it, whatever. And then the Human Guardian video was post commentary. So I don't know. If you guys want to leave feedback, if you prefer the live commentary or the post commentary, it'd be nice to know. Not that it would make a difference. I'll be rambling and getting distracted, regardless of if it's live or post commentary. There you go. Finally went down. That's what I get for trying to use cover. It don't fucking work because they have the high ground.
3 more to go.
Oh well. Luckily I have teammates that like to revive. You got to remember, if you go down, you got to remember to reapply that annihilation. Otherwise, you're not going to get that movement speed. You're not going to get that vortex. But yeah, this is a pretty quick round. That's why I opted to capture it and just, you know, keep it to one side in case I want to do post commentary. Like I said, I was going to do live commentary for this character, but it just didn't plan out, and for whatever reason, like Origin and the online service for Mass Effect multiplayer is just playing up at the moment, and I just thought, you know, I want to get this over and done with. While I, you know, feel like I'm in the mood. You know, I just did record a Batarian video before this. I figured, you know, I want to do the Batarian now. I think my original Batarian build was like, it was like charge, annihilation, and then 4 points in the passives, and completely skipping flat cannon, which I don't know what I was thinking. I think being able to, and I think I had the debuff on it as well, and biotic drain. So like, or whatever, biotic drain, the one where you get a shield back whenever someone gets killed in your annihilation field, but obviously with the lack of shields and the slow recharge time of charge, it seems like a bit of a weird choice to make, but I don't know. I haven't really watched anybody else's videos on the Batarian Vanguard. You know, I've seen quite a lot of people play them and do well, but I've never actually seen the builds they use. I think most of the people I've seen use the Batarian Vanguard do actually use charge. So I'm not too sure what their build is. There's like a few characters that I just don't understand. Like the Angara Avenger. I tried doing like an Avenger Strike build, you know, but I don't know. I couldn't kill my Avenger Strike out stealth grid couldn't kill a Wraith in one hit, and I was just like, this is crap. I can't, like, you know. I just couldn't get it. You know, I had to like do a follow melee attack, and even that would miss half the time. I wasn't too fond of it, and I don't know. For me, the Angara Avenger is a bit. I don't know if I can say it's overrated. It's just not a class I enjoy because it's just, you know, stealth grid, snipe, sticky grenades. Like it's just the whole stealth grid aspect just doesn't appeal to me. Like I just don't enjoy it. You know, I kind of wish it played like the N7 Slayer, or the N7 Shadow. You could build the Asari Duelist to be like an N7 Slayer. You know, with the you know, instead of Phase Disruptor, you got Shield Power Lance, but that's an entirely different conversation for another day, I guess. Anyway, just cleaning up at the moment, trying to stay alive. This guy gets captured. I try to actually free him, but then all of a sudden the vortex starts fucking putting debris in my face, so I couldn't save him in time, but he gels out of that, so it's alright. Oh god, I'm just like using all my consumables to stay alive at this point. So this is the, you know, I said it earlier in the video, like you should just move around, you know, and avoid getting hit and not bunker down anywhere. This is what happens when you bunker down, you get fucked over. And because I got incendiary rounds on, it kind of just negated his snap freeze, which, you know, it's a shame. There isn't like a, you know, damage bonus for, you know, shit, snap freezing and burning people, but I don't know. Game's weird. Ooh, there we are. Yeah, I'm fucking... Look at that, I got no health, no shield, so I pull out my Avenger and I get a few kills with it because, you know, the Avenger's in my pocket. Didn't really use it. This is the only time I actually use it against anything all game, but it's just there to make me survive. Look at that, I got my health back. Got all my health back just from using it, so it's very, very good to have that long range stuff, especially for like hacking and upload game objectives, and you know that will you know, that ranged option will benefit you a lot. Anyway, I've got nothing left to say, and I'm not really good with this post commentary stuff. I'm just rambling for the sake of it at this point. That's why I always try and stick to live, so I can like react at the moment. Batarian Vanguard, yeah, look at that. And I've got 31,000 points. I didn't even think that was fathomable. But then again, there's 3 players in the lobby, so, and you know, but I did all right. You know, my flat cannon kills weren't that high, but whatever. We had decent teammates. Oh dear. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Also, if you have any requests for any classes, just message me or put in a comment. Don't message me, I won't fucking read it.